And while the world's biggest sporting event is about to land in Seattle, and while the FIFA World Cup will bring incredible energy to our region, it also puts extreme pressure on our local blood supply. Add to the fact that we're coming up on the 100 deadliest days, that period between Memorial Day and Labor Day. Juan Cotto from Bloodworks Northwest is here to explain the impact and how we can all pitch in. Hello, Juan.
Great to see you this morning.
Great to see you. Seattle is preparing for these big crowds, super exciting. What goes through your mind, though, from a preparedness standpoint?
Well, we're like everyone else, we're extremely excited. This is a soccer community. The Sounders are so popular here and have such a tremendous history. And we just want to make sure that the community understands that even though this happens at a time where our blood donations go down, we are prepared to maintain a safe and reliable blood supply for our community.
Definitely. Most people think about the crowds and the congestion, of course, but not necessarily the blood supply, like you mentioned. So what does this influx of visitors this large really mean for Bloodworks Northwest?
Well, we call it the 100 deadliest days, and what usually happens is that the schools go out, and we get about a third of our blood from the University of Washington and some of the colleges in the area, and also from the high school donations. So this is at a time when blood donations start to go down, and we want to remind the community, especially with the days getting longer and how beautiful it is here in the Pacific Northwest, and of course with this big event coming, that blood is still important. It is still an important tissue. A transfusion happens every 2 seconds throughout the country, and certainly that there are going to be citizens in our neighborhoods and in our hospitals are going to need their blood donations.
Every 2 seconds. Wow, that is such an important fact. You recently had a real-world test run. What did you learn from the Seahawks Super Bowl parade? I was there. It was a blast.
It was awesome.
It was busy.
And all of us who were Seahawks fans, we learned a couple things. Number one, we saw the disruption it does to the downtown community. I mean, certainly it has the crowds and it changes the traffic patterns. But there's a couple things we learned. Number one, our community is connected through this type of activity. There was so much excitement and enthusiasm for the Seahawks, and we all rallied to support each other. It was a day where so many people came together, and it was such a positive thing. And we believe that type of energy is what helps us in this universal activity.
Definitely. And your team also consulted, I understand, with the Stanford Blood Center. What were the big takeaways from them because they prepared for the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm. They had the Super Bowl down in that part of the area, down just outside of San Francisco and Santa Clara. And of the number of things that we learned, they also did something that was very unique. They reached out to their corporate community to make sure that the corporate community understood the fact that they wanted to have the blood on hand for any type of emergency situations that could happen. And we've seen this, unfortunately, in international sporting events, whether it was Munich 1972, Atlanta 1996, the Boston Marathon recently. There can be times, and we don't want to overemphasize this, but we do want to make sure that the community understands that their blood donations are very, very helpful in those types of situations. So we have been reaching out to our corporate communities as well. We've reached out and we've received support from Costco, BECU, Symetra, just to name a few, to have them work with us to make sure that we have the proper levels of blood and proper levels of this life-saving tissue on hand in case of an emergency.
It will make all the difference. Mm-hmm. So when we talk about what people can do right now, what's the most helpful step that the community at home can take?
The most important thing that I think that the community needs to understand, number one, we have a big event that's coming up, that it's one that is going to have a disruption within our community, and to really be prepared for that, to be thinking ahead, making sure that you're able to get to your locations and plan yourselves accordingly, number one. Number two is that this is a time when blood donations normally go down, and we have this message, seems just about every summer, but if you have the opportunity, you can make the time to do it, a blood donation would really support your community right now.
It can save a life.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really exciting. Something new, Washingtonians can now add their blood type to their driver's license. Big news on that front.
We were really excited. We worked with the Washington State Legislature, and we received such great help from our state representatives and our Senate. It was an opportunity where we talk about politics these days, but we all worked together on this, and they understood the importance of it. And right there, you can see it. You can get your blood type added to your driver's license, and it helps in emergency situations. But you know what it does for me? It reminds me, something to see my O positive sign on my driver's license, I need to go make a blood donation. And that's the most important thing that it does.
Okay, and if someone's nervous, maybe it's their first time going in to, help with this, what tips do you have?
Well, you and I had that experience a short time ago, and as you know, I mean, we both learned, hydrate before you go there, drink and eat something. It takes stuff out of your system, so it's important to make sure that you put some stuff into your system before you go, and that's contrary to what I had heard before. So
that's the same as me. You think with your blood drawn at the doctor's office that you're not supposed to drink and fast and not eat something. That is not the case with giving blood. So.
And when you think about people, especially at Children's Hospital, for example, we have kids who are undergoing chemotherapy. The prick into the arm isn't that painful when you think about it in terms of the what you're providing for someone who's in need. But here's the most important thing: when you're done, you get a cookie at the end.
You do. And you have that thought, like you just said, that you're saving a life. It really matters, especially with big events that are coming up like this. Quickly, where can people find you? And then we're done.
Go to our website at www.bloodworksnorthwest, bloodworksnw.org. bloodworksnorthwest.org, and you can find times to schedule a blood donation, and you can even walk in right now too. So
amazing.
There's opportunities for all.
Thank you. To make an appointment, you heard it there. There's all the information on your screen. Please visit the website there.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Bloodworks Northwest.